Hello, everybody, and welcome. Clocking the Gallop, talking about the Vaal race meeting on Tuesday, the 18th of May, and something a little bit different this week. Ravon took a sabbatical on Monday. We spoke to Raheel, and likewise, Nico's having a break today, Tuesday, but it gives me great pleasure to welcome Lyle, who, of course, is no stranger, Mr. Cooper, to not only Clocking the Gallop, but also tipping us winners. Lyle, how's life been treating you?
Very good, Neil. All going well at the moment. Tough times in racing, but there's a positive light coming through. So very positive feeling out there. I just wish we could get the punters back on course. I know how much they miss it. Champions Day without the punters is not the same. But yeah, things going very well. Thank you, Neil.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, thanks very much for agreeing to come on. And I know I'm in very good hands. We've got a couple of scratchings that I'll just highlight as we go through. Remember, folks, that Lyle and I are recording this at 8 o'clock on Monday night, Monday evening. So there might be scratchings, likely to be scratchings and changes overnight. So if you're watching this Tuesday morning, just double check. It's not that Lyle and I haven't noticed the scratchings. It's that we're recording at 8 p.m. on Monday night. So let's get into this first race. Also, we're going to find a soccershop.bet boost for you, which we'll worry about. And hopefully it will be Ricardo, like we found 2 meetings ago, and labeled that.
I also like Ricardo, Neil.
Yeah, well, and it was 9-2, and we got 13-2 with soccershop.bet, and I think 15-10 a place. So it was really good. So we'll see if we can find one. First race, Lyle, number 6, Jackie Sparks is scratched. So it's not a big field. 7 horses go to the post. What did you make of the first?
Neil, for me, the first is they're all going to have to beat number 2, Follow Me. Number 1, Eternity Ring, finished behind Follow Me on that second run, was 2 lengths behind. They're at the same weights this afternoon or today, because he's also come through, or she's also come through and won. But for me, Follow Me, she won unfancied, so to speak, on debut over 1,000 meters for Stewie Pettigrew and Randall Simons.
Yeah.
I think the stablemate was backed on that occasion. She is going to love the step up and trip, and I think she's very, very hard to beat. Eternity Ring shouldn't be too far back because she wasn't last time they met, 2 lengths behind, and Samaga Kamalo rides. And then number 3, Freed from Desire, could be the improver. But for me, 1 and 2 to fight it out with strong preference for the strong favorite now, number 2, Follow Me.
Okay, I'll buy you a coffee next time I see you if you can get 9.5 out of 10 with the full name of the owner of number 2, Follow Me. The full name.
I'll get. Okay, Her Serene Highness, Princess Charlene du Monaco Grimaldi.
Right, I owe you a coffee. Very good. I was hoping you were going to not stumble over Her Serene or something, but you got it spot on.
I got it.
That's great. Yeah, it's great that we've got such royal racing influence here. And I, for one, think this daughter of Gimme the Green Light is going to be sensational. So I'm with you. I'm going for number 2, Follow Me. Of course, our syndicate, as you know, we've got between Nico and I, we've got 3 Gimme the Green Lights. So every Gimme the Green Light that wins, we're shouting them from the rooftops.
Lovely. It's a lot of shouting. They're winning plenty.
Green Light filly as well. That's going to be trained by Mike de Kock. On that subject, let me just come back to camera actually, so I can talk a little bit about that. Stop sharing, Neil. There we go. Yeah, just to tell you that, because people have been phoning me and say, is there anything left of the second filly or the filly? We had old Green Eyes. I did it my way. He was fully sold. He's the son of Gimme the Green Light, but the filly, the daughter, is going to go to be trained by Mike de Kock. And actually, Mike popped in to Far End Spelling Farm on his way to Durban the other day, and he sent me a video and said, I like this filly even more now that I've seen after the sales than I did at the sales. So we're very excited. But there's 85% of it has been sold. So I do have a small-ish percentage left. So if anybody wants to contact me, most people know my email. It's easy. It's neil.andrews@supersport.com. But I've only got 15% left, so don't leave it too late. Anyway, let's move on to race 2, the all-to-come Juvenile Plate. I thought this was a very nice race and an interesting one. And let's find out what Lyle likes.
Yeah, I agree with you, Neil. Just the first timers, firstly, number 9, William Robertson has come for some money. This is the son of Rafif for Cornet Space, but he did say we'll need the experience. The mare won 3 times from 1,200 meters up to 1,600. Number 8, Mr. Livingston, son of Global View for Paul Peter and Warren Kennedy. Mare didn't win. A bit of a nibble in there as well for the 8 horse. But I'm certainly going to go towards the exposed horses here. I'm actually going to take on Pyromaniac with number 1, Roll with the Punches. Luke Ferraris, Roy Magna. If you look at the penultimate there over course and distance, 1 in a time of 68.93. Now, Roll with the Punches really is a speedster, bred for speed. He has got horses like Retallic behind him on occasion. His mare won 5 times over the sprint distances. So I'm going to take him narrowly to beat number 3, Pyromaniac, who obviously is going to improve with everyone. That was a cracking win on debut. There have been 3 winners behind him. Son of Silvano, the very talented Pine Princess, who was very versatile herself. So I'm maybe being a bit silly to look past number 3, but Roll with the Punches is just such a speedster. I'm going to take the 1 from the 3. And as you can see there, that money for the 9, William Robertson.
Yeah, interesting, William Robertson. Pyromaniac's probably the right horse. I can't bring myself to punt Pyromaniac. I'll tell you why, and you'll appreciate this with many children in your house, like me. My oldest son, Gregory, when he was growing up, had a friend called Ianda. And one day, I don't know how they got the matches. I suppose people will say I was being a poor father that they ended up with matches. But, kids can get matches. And I don't know where they got the matches from. But anyway, they nearly burnt the entire house down. By the time I discovered what was going on, and we had I think it was a tumble dryer or something that had been delivered. And, they deliver it in boxes. So it was still in the box. And these children had set a light to the box. And we had a wooden floor. So by the time I intervened, we were very nearly burnt to the ground. So when I see Pyromaniac, it doesn't exactly bring back great memories. I hope Gregory's...
Well, that's why I've got girls. That's why I've got all girls and no boys, Neil.
Well, actually, in defense of Gregory, it was actually Ianda who began the fire. Gregory just, I think, was blowing on it to make it bigger. But anyway, so what are we going to do in the first leg of the PA there? It's the second leg of the Bible. What would you do?
Neil, for me personally, number 1 and 3 are enough. I mean, they're both, I think, pretty classy, and I'd be very, very surprised to see either of them miss the top 3, to be honest.
All right, there we go. 1 and 3 for Lyle. Let's move on to quarter past 2. And here, this race, we've got 2 scratchings. Number 1, Unkumbezi is out, and number 7, Viceroy is scratched as well. So it leaves us with a field of just 6. And White Fang is as short as 5 to 10. Is that about right?
Yeah, grab it, Neil. Number 3, Royal Mazarin, if you go on a line through Master Ken, is held by number 2, White Fang. White Fang doesn't bring the strongest form to the table, but is improving. Enjoyed the step up in trip last time. And on exposed form in the ratio, White Fang is going to have to run at half pace to lose this race, really. I mean, obviously, Royal Mazarin is the danger. 2 decent runs the last 2. But again, not strong form. And as I say, on a line through Master Ken was behind White Fang and beat Royal Mazarin by 3 3/4 lengths. So I think White Fang, should be home. Royal Mazarin has been over the 2,600. But remember, those last 2 were work riders for Royal Mazarin. So, and there's nothing else in the field for me, Neil. I think number 2, White Fang, is the best bet in the card. It's 5 to 10. So that's not a big statement.
No, but you've still got to make that statement, and you have done. You know me enough, and you've watched this channel enough to know I'm a huge rat with Futura. I would put my Futura hat on, which
yes, you love it.
Sales, but I think I've left it upstairs. So Futura, I think White Fang. I agree with you. No need to.
Neil, just to give you an example, Neil, number 4, Break Free is the 3rd favourite.
Yes.
Master Ken beat it by 36 lengths last time. It's held by 9 lengths behind White Fang on the penultimate, and held by number 3, Royal Mazarin on that Earl form line comfortably as well. So, White Fang really should win this, Neil.
Yeah. My roughie, if there is a roughie, would just be Cultured Pearl. You know what I'm going to do in that race? I'm going to put in the 2 scratchings. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 5 and 7. That way, if White Fang wins, basically I'm coming through 3 out of 4 anyway, which is 75%.
Correct.
But just Cultured Pearl, I just think he's a 4-year-old, and he wasn't that far by. Well, he was 5 and a bit behind Sergai. And if White Fang, as you say, actually doesn't runs half pace. Maybe that can beat him, but I think you're right.
It happens, Neil.
Yeah,
It happens.
Okay, let's move on to the fourth race, Lyle, and no scratchings in this race. So we've got the betting up on the screen, and the money has been for Veld Flower. This Barend Boertes yard has been doing exceptionally well, hasn't it?
Yeah, and he's a very modest, nice man as well. You'll notice he doesn't always come on camera and do the interviews. It's simply because he actually is a bit shy. He doesn't really like going on camera, but a more humble man and talented trainer you won't meet, as you say, Neil. Very, very good trainer and in good form.
And I must say that Gabriel Petersen taking 4 kilograms off means that Veld Flower only has to carry 57, and as a result, does look, from my mind, the horse to beat.
100%. You know, I've literally written here that I could make a case for 8 of these. I could probably speak for 15 minutes on this race. We will not bore the viewers. And I kept on coming back to that because Curvation actually is my first selection. Curvation's at 8-1. Just to take you back a few runs, Curvation ran second behind Travelling Wilbury, half a length behind, is 8 kilograms better off. Curvation ran 2 lengths behind Making a Scene, 3.5 kilograms better off. But when Curvation ran 4.5 lengths behind Veld Flower, is half a kilogram worse off. So I kept on coming back to the one horse. So I do make it a big runner, but I did also think Curvation's a big runner. She's a cracker. I could give you a story on this one as well. Number 2, Irish Wonder Girl might have a sneak here. We know how well Warren Kennedy's riding at the moment as well. Is also 8 kilograms better off with Travelling Wilbury. This is a tricky race, Neil. I think if you look past the one horse, which I'm going to do, just to get some value, it's open. Curvation will narrowly be my first selection with 52 kilograms.
Okay, there's a bit of value there at 8-1. You are right. It's the fillies and mares handicap, and I'm always reminded by MJ Baileyfeld, who told me when I see fillies and mares, I must put in field and more. That's what the F and M stands for. So he's generally right about that. But I quite like this Gabriel Petersen, and I think he's going to get stronger. There was a time when actually Nico spoke to him on this channel and said to him he's got to learn to change his stick. Which he freely
I remember.
Yeah, he freely said I could do a bit better on that. But you know, this is all part of the learning curve. But I think he's worth his 4 kilograms. So,
well, you know, he's my like nephew by marriage, cousin or nephew by marriage.
Yours?
Gabriel, yeah, he's family to us, yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, lovely little guy. Now, I agree with you. I think he's very talented.
But I've seen you use your whip in your left hand. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but that's golf club, eh? That's not a whip.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that swing. Okay, let's move on to the 5th race, shall we? I'll quickly go up. So, yeah, we're basically singing from the same hymn sheet there, Lyle and I. We recognise number 1, Veld Flower, is well in with Gabriel Petersen taking 4 off. But I agree with him, Curvation. I would prefer it if it was a slightly better draw. But Curvation is the first choice in an open race for Lyle. Let's move on to 25 minutes past 3. And we've got a fillies and mares again here. And this time, Senescence, who is number 2 on the card. Now, there's a missing form line here. And on this show last week, we said, Nico and I said, we cannot believe Senescence was 18-10. I think she was 18-10, 2-1 at the time. We said it's the most ridiculous price. She might win, but she's no value at 18-10 and 2-1. Now, the reason I tell you that is because we were right in so much as she drifted out to 4-1. But retrospectively, Lyle, I thought she was desperately unlucky not to win. She came from the back of the field, and fortunately for me, because I was trying to beat her, she didn't win. But I thought she was very unlucky not to win. So with that run, and I think she'd run second, didn't she? The missing form line.
She ran second to Blue Moon City, yes.
Yes. And I actually quite liked Blue Moon City, which was a big price. And we had gone pretty wide there anyway, so that suited us. But I have to say, Senescence is almost a winner without a penalty. Is she your first choice here? And is she value at 22-10, basically?
No, Neil. I'm taking the line you took last time at 22-10. Not for me. She's certainly in my top 5, and she can win, as you said. But take a horse like number 5, Vera Kana, the daughter of Vercingetorix for Joey Soma. Go back 4 runs. She was 4 3/4 lengths behind Senescence. She's 7 kilograms better off. She's running well. Diego de Gavea, I know, again, not the best of draws here, but merit rating's in the right spot. I think she's a big player. I thought over the page as well, number 9, Opera Glass. You can get a bit of a price on the 9 horse there. We got 10-1. Chase Majan. I like the way she's coming along, and I think there could be improvement. The 10, I'm going to be quick, I promise you, but there's a few here. Number 10, Euphoriant, Robbie Sage, Cole Dickin, also drawn badly, but at one or two of the weight turnarounds also has a chance. Then, of course, Senescent. And also like Smiley River as well. If you go on that, she's a cracker form line. Smiley River was 2¼ lengths behind Viracana, 2 kilograms worse off. So when I went through this race in quite detail, I kept on coming back to Viracana. So I'm going to lean off of the 5 horse here. But if you look past 5 and 2, it's a very difficult race. I'm going with number 5 to beat number 9 is a bit of value.
Are you working tomorrow, Lyle?
I am on course, yes.
Okay. No, I tell you why I say this, because I used to call Viracana, and I was told, I think originally by Alistair, that it's not Viracana, it's Varoshna. Varoshna. What it means, it sounds Russian to me, but the mother's called breathtaking. Every time I try and say Varoshna, I ran out of breath. So maybe that's where he gets his name. But anyway, so you'll find if he's in the commentary box tomorrow, he's going to be calling it Varoshna. But he must know the team. There's Mr. Hans Raj. Interestingly enough, I've got a Vinod Hans Raj, who's actually in our bloodstock, Benmag bloodstock ownership in our syndicate, but it's not the same one.
Okay.
But this, obviously, Diane Chinsami is in this with Joey himself and extra. So what do you do then in the PAs and the jackpots and the exotics?
Well, for instance, for the PA, I go 5, 9, 10, and 2. For the pick 6, I go 5, 9, 10, 2, 1, 6, and 11.
And 11.
And for the jackpot, I'd go that at least.
Go down to see who 11 is here.
I don't trust this race.
Yeah, it's a trappy race, as you know.
You know what happened?
As you know, because I wanted to impress you, didn't I? So I sent you the picture of me backing 3 League of Her Own last time at 100 to 1.
You did exceptionally well.
But I don't think she can do it again here.
Yeah, that was a fine, Neil. I don't know how you find those.
Yeah, crystal ball and a bit of luck. Better to be lucky than good. So you're basically playing wide. The 2 fillies and mares races, you're going to play wide.
So, yeah, I'm not sure it's going to get any easier as we go on, Neil. So we need to find those bankers early.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
By the way, I did bank her Senescence last time, and she did give us a really good run for our money.
You were unlucky. Terribly unlucky.
Yeah, you've lost her.
The other runner, remind me, you told me what one? Oh, yes. It's got a better run up the inside, yeah.
Yeah, I just think at the weights today, she'll have a bit of a harder time winning. But, like you said, she can still win. No doubt about that.
Yeah. Okay, so there it is. Senescence Varoshna, but Lyle's telling you you've got to go maybe a little bit wider. Euphoriant, who's not got the best to draw, neither is Varoshna. Opera Glass could be a runner. I like Smiley River. I think that looks like probably my each way play with Gavin Loreen on board.
Chance to. Theoretically held by the 5 horse, but yeah, it's got some nice form.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to race 6, shall we? And this is the 110 merit rated handicap. So it's a really nice race, this actually. A quality field, which is where you just see the big names at the top. I mean, all of these are very good animals. Battle Force is very good on his day. Vars Vicky's up and coming, improving, and Stuart Pettigrew's done a great job. Mardi Gras came back to his best form last time. Down to Zero's no slouch, and Rivers Town's no slouch, and Prince of Cahal's been around the block a bit. I mean, how old is he? He's 6, but he's a 9-time winner. So what did you like here?
Again, I thought it was a very difficult race. You can take the opinion of going 14 and 3. That's Battle Force and Vars Vicky. And not for me, though. I think there are a few other runners. I was quite upset when Mind Reader was scratched. I thought she was going to be a big runner here on that fantastic run against Rio Kawari. She was staying on very, very strongly there. But with her gone, I am leaning towards Battle Force. The 52.5 kilograms is really steering me in his direction, the son of Active War. He's oh so good. I mean, he was not disgraced behind the Express from the US last time. Last time he ran here, he won in a time of 59.69. Very good time. I just can't read my right. I'm a bit of dark here. It's 59. Is it 59 or 69? 69.69. Kabelo Matsunyani takes the ride, 52.5. I think he's a big runner. He's 2 from 2, if I'm not mistaken, over course and distance. He is. And then, horses like number 6, Wisteria Walk. Now, Wisteria Walk really dropping in distance here, Neil, but just have a look at the form of this daughter of Vercingetorix taking on the boys here. Number 11 over the page. Sorry, I'm doing this again. Down to 0. I'm happy or not happy to see the money there. 11's coming from 13 to 1 now into 7 to 1. I'm not surprised. He ran second to Varswicki, 0.8 of a length behind on that penultimate. He's 8.5 kilograms better off. And look at his course and distance record. 5 runs, 1 win, 4 places. So down to 0, if he brings his A game, they all need to be careful. Varswicki, as you said, up and coming, talented son of Vaal. Number 4, Mardi Gras, back to best, as you mentioned. And even a horse like number 13, Visiway, could surprise you with some manga up, 53 kilograms. So tricky field. If you had to stick my neck out, I'd go with the bottom weight, number 14, Battle Force.
Yeah, it's a lovely race. It's a fascinating race. And a lot of people, we had this argument last time, Nico and I wouldn't say it was an argument, it was a disagreement. And he went for Battle Force. And I said to him, matey, it's his favorite horse, Express from the US.
Yeah.
Absolutely loves it. And I said to him, you can't abandon Express from the US. And he said, it can't give 10 kilograms to Battle Force, but he did.
I thought the same.
I agree with you. Battle Force is no slouch. So it's a fascinating race. And yeah, just tread warily there. There's been a little bit of support. I want to just go down to show the punters some of these big outside Rebels. Champ 14 to 1, Visiway 14 to 1, tickled up a bit. Gavin Arena's right, Dancing Queen represents the Magna Yard now with the Scratching of Mind Reader, and these are all 20 to 1 and better.
I mean, Neil, number 12, Old Man Time, there at 33 to 1, was 5 lengths behind Varswicki when they met, and 8.5 kilograms better off. This is a dangerous race.
Yeah, very, very dangerous race, and this is why I think the exotics can pay quite nicely. Let's move on to the penultimate race. And as you say, it doesn't get any easier. We now move on to a 90 handicap over a mile. And before I introduce Lyle's opinion, let's quickly look at the betting here. No changes or scratchings just yet, but Stormy Winter is 7 to 2, effectively joint favourites with number 7, Type 5, 7 to 2, War Jewel 4 to 1, Nordic Rebel 6 to 1. I think Nordic Rebel's also got a tendency to be slow away. Let me just have a quick look. Slow, lost many lengths, slow. Yeah, he's frustrating. Valetorio is 6 to 1, and Silver Master, a touch of support there. Baron Burt has actually got quite a strong hand there with those two middle pit roughies. Okay, Lyle, what about this race?
Not easy. I'm going with a slow man, number 1, Nordic Rebel, Raymond Danielson, Erica Verdeniz. I think it'll suit Randall because he more than likely will be slow. But down in class, course and distance, 8 runs, 3 wins, 2 seconds, 2 other places. Merit rating is dropping slowly, and I don't think can be ignored. If you look at the line through War Jewel, was a half a length behind War Jewel, is half a kilogram better off. The form lines are good, Nico. That run behind Put on the Red Light. Johnny Heroes won twice. Sing for Nico's come through and won. As you say, he's a worry because of his slow starting, but he shouldn't be too far back. The 7, I went in and had a look at Type 5. Of course, the son of Pomodoro, out of the mare For the Lads, who won 3 times from 1200 to 14. So Sean's stepping him up to this trip for the first time. And his form lines are also working out very nicely. I think he could be a player here as well. Back we go to number 10. This will be my value. Wakwas, we know Wakwas so well, Fabian and Cole Dickin. The run behind Valetorio, Wakwas is 1 kilogram better off. The run behind Star Flash is 1 kilogram better off. I like the fact he's carrying 50.5 kilograms. That could make him very dangerous in a field like this. And then I could go on, 8, 5, 3, they've got chances. Again, if I have to stick my head out, I'll go Nordic Rebel, and my value bet would be number 10, Wakwas.
Okay, yeah, this is a train smash of a race. It really is. I gave every single horse a chance, even Strata Statali at 20 to 1. I gave a bit of a chance, particularly with Warren Kennedy riding so well.
I agree.
But we can't go field in every race, and Lyle's given you his opinion there. It's tough. And Gabriel Peters has got some.
This would be one of my worst, Neil. Who?
No, I'm just.
I say this would be one of my most dangerous races.
Yes, yeah. So what would you, just confirm what you do in the PA, for example? What would you do?
Right, PA, I would go number 1 Nordic Rebel, number 7 Tight 5, and number 10 Wakwas and Hope. That's enough. If we could afford to add more, I'd put in the 8 and the 5 as well.
8 and the 5.
It's
Okay.
tough.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
illustration
it's tough
of
now.
how tough it is.
I
Okay.
can go light in. I can go light in. The other races I can go lighter, but this one, there's too many horses with chances.
No, I'm in agreement with you there. Right, let's move on to the next race. Now, 5 to 1 the field in the last. And this is
I told you, it doesn't get easier.
with no disrespect, this is a lower handicap. It's a 74 merit rated handicap. So at this stage, none of these horses are going to Hollywood. They're pretty much in their place. But
No.
maybe this is a race where we can find a little bit of value, and let you go first. I want to quickly go to the bottom here because Carrion is scratched, or Chiron.
Yes.
Chiron, number 11, is
Chiron.
and that means at this stage that number 17, Will of the Wisp, will get a run. So
correct.
Yeah.
Capello Mazziniani takes the ride and blinkers go on.
Yeah, and not without a chance. But let's go back to the top. And what do you like here? Gee, this PA can really pay tomorrow, can't it?
It can, Neil. I told you, as when we got to race 4, I said it just gets worse. My first selection is number 14, Let's Talk, 14 to 1. Son of Bezran, St. John Gray, Diego de Gavea. I thought, look at that last run, Neil. He does need to reproduce the last run. That needs to be said. But he's going up in trip. If you look at St. John, he started him sort of higher trips early in his career. He then brought him back down to the sprints. Slowly but surely, his merit rating is coming down. He now put him over 14 last time. He ran 1 3/4 lengths behind Dark Vision. He's 4 kilograms better off. Golden Spoons come through to win from that one. And my notes to myself here, watch out. Number 14 is going to be my first selection in a very difficult race, as you've said.
Okay, first choice for you then, lots of value. What else will you back it up in the PA with?
All right, I thought the next selection was 13 Dark Vision, just running so well at the moment. Lyle Hurton for Sean Terry. A little bit wide here, but the merit rating is still okay, and I think he's got a bit more to offer, number 14 Dark Vision. Number 3, Dawn of a New Era, another bit of value. I think, where's that sitting, Neil? 12 to 1. Raymond Danielson for Erica Verdenese. Aracho Don't Ignore was only a short head behind Dark Vision last time. And if we go back to the Dark Vision form line before that one, the penultimate, is 2.5 kilograms better off. And then just to mention 2 more, Atomic Blonde, Warren Kennedy for Paul Peter with draw 1, arguable, but the way they're going at the moment. And then number 7, Duke of Sussex, who could be anything. Lucky Larkus, Craig Zaki, nice win last time. Ricardo's come out of that form line and won, so I know you'll like that one. Yeah. And I went and just had a look at the mare. She won once over 1,000. Obviously Duke of Marmalade. I mean, this horse could win, Neil. It's one of those races where we need to go wide, certainly in the pick 6.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough old race, and I mean you've gone through a number of horses without even actually mentioning the top 2 in the market, which are Midnight Badger and Quinnetra. That just shows you really how open this race is, because you keep going down. Todd and Dancer, Emmeline wasn't that far behind. Got Luke Ferraris on board. Will of the Wisp comes into the race. It is an absolute nightmare. So one of my friends, I think it was Rajesh, might have been, said to me earlier on today, sent me a message, said, did I like, what's that horse, Ravoshna, whatever that horse was that we were talking about earlier on. I forgot how you pronounce it myself.
Viroshna.
Yeah, so I said to him, I'm actually studying this afternoon and going to speak to Lyle tonight. And he said to me, it is a wicked card. And the moment I started studying, and I thought he's 100% right, you're going to need to put those bankers in a little bit early on. Okay, so another tough race. So what are the options for us to find a price booster? Did we like something together?
Well, I think we both liked Viroshna, and we both liked Battle Force, both very much in the betting. Race 8 is so tough. Let's just skip that one. And then I just want to look at race 6 quickly, what we liked. That was Battle Force. Race number 5.
We like the White Fang, but there's no point in backing a 5 to 10 shot. So maybe in
And
race
then
5.
race 4, we both like a little bit of curvation.
Yeah, we both like Curvation. I'm just a bit concerned about the draw with Curvation, so I prefer to go. Let's quickly go to race 5 and maybe find our price booster
value
at
bet.
5. Mind you, I suppose you could say the same thing. Varoshna's not particularly well drawn.
No.
Wait a minute. I know. We'll go to
Which
race 6. Remind me of race 6, what you liked there. Because
I like Battle Force now
you like Battle Force.
with 52.5.
What? I'm just.
Or down to 0 is very much in my selections though, number 11.
I think let's go down to 0. I tell you why, because there's already value in down to 0. Let's quickly go to that race. It's, what did we say, race 6. And I like the
Race
fact
6,
that
number
it's
11.
on the right side of the track, or it should be anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 4.
And Ryan Mungo, I regularly speak to Ryan Mungo on course. He's riding well.
Yes.
Just to remind you, Neil, this horse finished 0.8 of a length behind Vars Vicky and is 8.5 kilograms better off. Vars Vicky was trading 33 to 10.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that should be. Look, he's no spring chicken. He's 6 rising, 7 years of age, but he is
Correct.
a 4-time winner, and he's got excellent course and distance. I think that's our value play each way for the price booster number 11 down to 0.
I like it.
Okay, there we go.
What was the price? I think it was
sorry,
about
I
12 to 1.
shared the screen. I actually brought it up myself. Apologies. I should have brought it up myself. I'm busy looking at it myself and not sharing the screen. So let me do that quickly.
You said it came in from 12 to 1 into 7 to 1 already.
Yes, correct. 12 to 1 to 7 to 1. But obviously, Lance and his team will quote on this. So we should be getting a little bit better than 7 to 1 and even money a place, which we like. And I think there'll be 4 places, right? There should be.
There will be 4 places,
there
yes.
it is. Pay 4 places.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to agree with that. Race 6, number 11. We do like Battle Force, but obviously the difference between 33 to 10 and 7 to 1, we're going to be taking and looking for a stretch and a price boost with race 6, number 11 down to 0. That'll suit me fine. Apologies for not sharing that earlier.
Good.
So Lyle, you're on course, you say, tomorrow, hey?
I am, Neil. Yep. Some of these Vaal meetings in the week are tricky to read, but we've been finding a lot of value recently, and I know you love it particularly. There's lots of value to be had. So there's 2 ways of looking at it. The positive, you can read these exotics should pay well tomorrow.
Yeah, Lyle, I think you're 100% right. PAs, everything, Bipod's going to pay, particularly that PA, because as Lyle told you, it gets tougher and tougher as the meeting progresses. Lyle, thanks for your time, and best of luck working tomorrow as you'll bring your expertise to all of the Teletrack viewers. But thank you for sharing your opinions with Clocking the Gallop tonight.
Thank you to you, Neil.